Here we go.
Haha, yeah, I'm knocking to the bank with it.
Are you ready to get down? And welcome to the Antisocial Comedians Club.
Sweat on.
Thank fuck she's gone.
Every week. We'll do an intro. Hello. I like looking into the camera now, seeing it.
Yeah, it's in front of you.
Yeah. Hello. Can you zoom in on me in the edit?
I'm sure I'll figure it out.
There's an edit.
There's an edit.
There
It's a rough
there
edit.
wasn't on the first one. There will be. I'm figuring it out.
Hello. Welcome to the Antisocial Comedians Club. With me, Lewis Taylor.
And me, Leigh still.
And with us this week is
Jamie Williams.
Jamie Williams from the band
Traps.
Traps.
It's been that long.
Yeah, these guys are in a band together.
Once upon a time.
Yeah.
Jamie's still going, no?
It's good though, because he looks like he was in a legit rock band.
Yeah.
You look like you were in a marching band. You know that fat kid that plays the cymbals?
That's hard.
Fucks it up now and again because he sees his mum during the parade. Mummy! Sorry guys!
It's that kid had rhythm, yeah.
Yeah. Just bumping into the guy spinning the baton.
Oh, you bastards.
But yeah, welcome Jamie.
Welcome, Jamie.
To the
Cheers.
Social
Thanks,
Comedians
boys.
Club. It's nice to have you on. It's nice to have a rock star on.
Oh, I'm hardly a rock star.
Fucking.
Yeah.
So you played the synth, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, loosely played it.
Lou says she went, she's left me.
Who's?
So basically, I used to have to write the letters on the keys still. That's where I was at. That's where I was at with my synth playing.
We use these symbols.
So basically, they tell me the code and I just play.
Yeah.
Did you have like a what do you call it, like a cutout that you put over the keyboard for certain songs?
Yeah,
They
it's
just
like-
said this one, then this
It was
one.
different flavours of crisps. With like scratch and sniff.
Yeah.
You'd be like, prawn
Yeah.
cocktail.
That's why when you can hear it,
Bacon.
yeah. This is why when you do an acoustic set, you can hear Leigh still going, "Smoky bacon, prawn cocktail, ready started." What is a synth?
I was never plugged in.
What is a synth?
No.
What is a synth?
Yeah.
It's basically
It's
a keyboard.
synthesized organ.
We pronounce it with an F.
Yeah, synth.
So it's a synthesized organ.
Synthesizer, yeah.
I feel bad we've got a guest on. We'll get to you. But it's keyboard for an organ. Is that right?
It's got a load of sounds in it. Like it's just a keyboard with a load of sound
Yeah,
banks.
it's like a fancy
okay.
piano.
Yeah.
Oh, and what did you play?
Fancy piano.
Oh, you both played the piano.
No, I did guitar and sing.
Ah, real musician.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you get like hide for funerals and stuff?
No, nothing like that.
Oh, okay.
Felt like we played it a few.
Yeah,
So
maybe.
you were the lead singer?
Yeah.
Yeah, you with a face like that, you would be.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, I'm too ugly to be a roadie. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, if he can get in.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Put a bit of graft in, Lewis. You never know.
Yeah, but it'd look like you started a band with your cousins if me and him turned up.
Well, to be honest, the way you look, I thought I was going to start playing World of
Do you know what
Warcraft or something.
No, D&D nights tomorrow, mate.
Is it?
Yeah, actually. But you're like, it just makes me laugh because I'd love to see you go on stage like, Good evening, Leicester! Woo! And then Leigh's there going, hello.
To be honest,
what it was.
to be honest, it was just an hour of me ripping you, really.
Yeah,
Was it?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's always been good banter, mate, between us pair. Always. But I was always at the back, so
The thing is, he laughs, so I know I can say what I want.
you can say.
Yeah.
No, as with anything, it's never offensive.
No.
Well, it's offensive to him.
Yeah.
That's the funny bit. But he don't react to it, you know,
Like a normal person.
a stranger would.
Yeah. It's 90% of the podcast.
You're forgetting we've spent many a time in sweaty rehearsal rooms for 3-4 hours at a time, and it stinks of fart, and you know.
To be honest, we've been loads of places, haven't we? We've been
we've
a
done
lot
that.
of different
I want to go
places.
right back to the beginning, mate. I want to go back to Ibiza.
Where did you start?
Because of these guys, I ended up with a camel toe tattoo. Yeah, you know, look at him fucking smirking, he knows. Right, so we made this plan. We went to Ibiza, 2010, Ibiza Rocks to see the Cortinas.
2010?
Yes, 2010.
Damn.
So we were there, and We were only there for 4 days, and we came up with the bright idea we're going to get tattoos, like all of us. So before it'd be a laugh, I'm going to get a camel toe tattoo.
Yeah.
So I've got a camel tattooed on my toe. I had it done, and then these lot all just went, fuck that.
I'd have done that.
On your own.
Wow.
Oh man, that was fun.
Yeah, it was. No, you had them Levi's jeans as well, remember? You swapped the Jarvo, the photographer, our friend. He was in the same room as me and Jamie, and I'd got this brand new pair of jeans that were the same as Jarvo's, and he swapped them. And Jarvo's like a 32, and I'm like a 38 waist.
Wow.
So I put them on. Well, tried to, and I was like, "Fucking hell! I've only been here like a day, and I've put so much fucking weight on."
There's photos of him in all of our different clothes. Like literally, it looks like a retard's worked in a chocolate packing factory.
There's a point where I've got an old Leicester City shirt on that's the tightest fucking thing.
Yeah.
Honestly, like I look like a capital D in this fucking thing.
Stretched that much, it went sky blue, didn't it?
The pinstripes disappeared and he just went blue.
You look like a Birmingham fan.
To be honest, the amount of stories from that one holiday.
Yeah.
Because my real close friend of mine ran Ibiza Rocks. So I was like, oh, okay, because obviously we were doing... Were you in Chiswick's then?
Yeah, I was in another
So you were in
band then.
Chiswick's, I was in the booby traps and at the time, and then we went with...
Booby traps.
Well, we dropped the boobies and just turned into traps.
Oh.
But that's another story.
I would've dropped the traps.
But no...
Pocket boobies.
Yeah.
Just been called boobies.
Yeah.
There's plenty of boom going on at the background.
Yeah, the thing was, we forgot a lot of the things that happened. Really, if you think about it.
Yeah.
It's like I was talking to somebody the other day, and I think it was the first night, and we all went out. We went out West End, and we had pre-drinks, and then we went to the first bar at the top, which was an Oxygen vodka bar, and obviously the Fit Birds out.
Oh, is that the one where you put the ones on your nose?
Well, yeah, but this one, like, we didn't really want to do that. It was.
I'd got a new shirt. Remember, I had a new denim shirt. And I looked really good in it. It fitted me perfect. Dead proud. First bar we went to.
We had these, and it's all this weird oxygen and vodka, hence the name. I'm like, right, that's salute. Have a great holiday, guys. And it was like, woof. Lewis,
yeah.
Lewis down, and he don't do shots. So he's gone down, hit something, and come straight back up.
Over the back of my new shirt.
Back.
Oh!
And we actually got chucked out, didn't we?
Yeah, we got chucked out.
But as that night went on, it was just brilliant. Went to the Irish bar, which, was amazing. All these different other clubs. And then there was a part of the night about 3 in the morning where we all just got split up, didn't we? Mm-hmm. And I thought to myself, right, best thing, I'll go back to the Irish bar. Sat there, and the guy's like, "Hey, doing, bud? What drink do you want?" So I just had vodka Red Bull was the drink on that week, wasn't it? And he was like, "Oh, it's 2 for 1 happy hour." I was like, "Okay, I'll have that then." And this fishbowl thing come, Red Bull's round the top, vodka's in there, and it was 2 for 1. But he had also done an extra few as well, do you know what I mean? So I'm sat there with this really long straw, rocking like a Romanian refugee sort of kid. I'm hammered. I've got this in the back of my head. It's kind of quiet. You got people on the dance floor because everyone's in the street. And I'm like, I just look around. I look down right at the end of this bar, and I thought it was like one of those circus mirrors that makes you skinny, because he were right at the bottom of the bar with the exact same drink, with the exact same expression on his face, like, "I'm ruined, Jay. Call my mum." And then it started again, didn't it? And literally it started again then from 3 o'clock or whatever time it was. All the lads piled back in and stuff. But because we went as a band, we went to this indie bar. Is it called Indie Club?
Yeah, it was called Indie, yeah.
And there was a band on with 2 women and a bloke. The women were fit. We got on with them. And it was you who went up to the
Yeah, basically got you guys.
There's a band-aid,
I got you guys on, and then I did one song and fell off the stool.
Literally, Pete Doctor. That's just what I like calling you now because you look like shit.
Mate, you can't call him Pete Doctor. You never see a fat smackhead.
He was the one who had the energy to go to the fucking chipper. But
you would literally be Pete Doherty if Pete Doherty had beaten heroin.
Found Red Bull.
Yeah, they stopped injecting heroin, started injecting fucking
next door to
Monster.
penicillin.
injecting wheatgrass.
So you ended up playing at a bar randomly after being hammered?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was fucking ram, wasn't it, as well?
Yeah.
We done really well, and then we did a bit of kind of karaoke thing where you just playing the guitar, and Leigh was like, "Should I do it?" And everyone was like, "Just go and do it, man. Have a go."
I got up and to do one song.
Yeah, and just gradually we could kind of see something going off, kind of like this,
Slipping.
and then all of a sudden, bang! And he
Were you
fell off
playing?
his stool.
I was
No, he was
playing
playing
guitar.
guitar.
I wasn't singing.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then
Yeah.
and then he disappeared. So we all went looking for him. I won't tell the full story because it's bad for your future references and working with kids.
You can't say shit like that.
I knew it.
Fucking.
I wondered why I had so many sweets in the car.
That's why he's got so many sweets in the car.
That's why they never
So
find
anyway,
the kids.
he disappeared. I won't tell you what I do for a living. You can guess at the end. And we looked everywhere for him. We got to the point where we're like, fuck him, he's absolutely fine. But then we got a bit worried, so we looked everywhere. Decided to go back to the hotel, Ibiza Rocks. I went in there, opened the door, and like, the shower's on. So I'm like this. Oh, I love you. And then we got a flip-flop to the face. And then he's in the shower, fully clothed, just banged his head against the wall, going, I'm a fucking idiot.
I fell off the stage,
The
mate.
funniest
in front
moment.
of a full bar of people, like 100 people in there, like in the middle of Ibiza. I fell off the stage, off the stool, off the stage.
You fell off the stage at a gig as well.
I did.
You
No, I fell
onto
off it. I fell off it.
onto the stage.
Yeah, I tripped up it. I fell off
Somebody
it.
wave a pack of frazzles.
No, they put a temporary step in. I didn't know it was a temporary step, and I went to, like a fucking idiot. I went to step over it, thinking it was a fake step. Like it was just because it looked like a box, a cardboard box, right, with a bit of cardboard on it. So in my head, I was like, I can do this. I'm going to step over it. And then I got halfway into it and thought, no, actually, that's a step. Went to step on it and it was actually a cardboard box, and I went down like a sack of shit. So,
Life decisions, mate.
Life decisions, yeah. Smashed both my shins, rolled across the
I remember
stage.
two things I remember about that holiday. Well, actually, it comes back.
We were firemen on the plane.
Yeah, we made up
Because you're
different things,
lanky, you managed to get us 2 nice seats.
How tall are you?
wasn't it?
Out of curiosity.
6'2", 6'1".
I was only like 2 inches taller than me then.
How
He
tall are
thinks
you?
he's 5'9", mate. He's
You're tiny,
5'7".
aren't you?
I'm 5'6".
I'm 5'9".
5'6".
I'm
Yeah.
5'9" and
You
a
have to
half.
go up on your missus.
Mate, it's that short. His feet are in his passport photo. No, I'm like 5'9" and a half.
Were you on Game of Thrones?
You're well funny, mate, you are.
You fucking ain't. Yeah, two things. I was trying to get him to go in the sea, all holiday, and then he just pulled me to one side and just went, Jay, I can't swim, mate.
How old were you? You still can't
2010.
swim?
I can swim now.
I've seen him in the water.
Yeah, I couldn't
Is he
swim then.
majestic?
He was
I
like a
couldn't-
dugong.
majestic.
Majestic.
Just
Like an orca.
But by the end of the holiday, we were broken, weren't we?
Yeah.
We were absolutely broke.
Yeah.
And we were on the airplane on the way back, and me and him were sat next to each other. You're in a forest. You remember that?
Yeah.
Still
I
doing it.
needed to have a word with ourselves.
Yeah. And we would just snuggled each other, really, didn't we?
Yeah, well, it's more you snuggling me because I'm more the cushion
it
than the
was.
snuggler.
than the push 'em.
There was no roll together on that one. But no, it was. Oh God, it took me 2-3 weeks to get over that.
Yeah, and then obviously we started traps and then went on to do quite a lot really in like 2 or 3 years that we were
Very much so. We've done some wicked gigs, done some wicked festivals.
gigged with people like Example. He was on the same lineup as us, wasn't he, at that festival.
Yeah, I was just trying to remember what gig that was. Yeah,
That was Tex Fest.
Tex Fest.
Yeah.
Just had real good fun. Met loads and loads of people.
Bolton's a pretty special
Did you get a lot of
place.
groupers?
Well, we're all I'm in a relationship. A lot of the others are in relationships. So you was in a relationship at the time.
Yeah.
So
No, I didn't get any.
Did he?
I tried. No, I didn't try at all. I know he looks like Claire Balding, but
Claire fucking Balding.
Yeah.
I've never been able to live that down. I turned up once and I looked like a lesbian because I'd had my hair cut and it was really short.
well, we used to
So
have
I
a
got
bit
called-
in the set where we'd just kind of jam along, and I'd introduce the lads, and every other week I'd come up with something different. And the Claire Balding one just stuck, didn't it?
Yeah, so every time I got Claire Balding. Fucking Claire Balding.
He grew his hair once, and it was just starting to look wicked. And then he turned up. We had a gig, and he turned up for the rehearsal before the gig, virtually bald.
Oh yeah, it was a clipper accident. It was a clipper
got that
accident.
shit stuck in your head, didn't
Yeah,
you?
yeah.
That
Well,
filler or something.
expanding foam fell out the ceiling when I was expanding foaming and it dropped and landed in my hair.
Mate, it's so easy to get out.
What?
Yeah, you just rub shampoo on your hair, dry, and then get your nails in it. It'll just slide
Oh,
off.
for fuck's sake. Well, I went like that trying to get it out, and it just clumped to my head. So yeah, that was that. Not great.
Turner looked like Danny DeVito when he was in Batman.
Smashed a hotel room off.
No,
we're good. We tied him.
God, you're so bored.
tidy it up. we got the hoovers out.
Fill the minibar.
So basically, we're just like undercover fucking Mexican cleaners, Mexican maids.
What's that woman, that hotel inspector? We were basically her. No, to be honest, we used to crowd lots of people into vans or...
I got told to fuck off by Liam Frey from the Cortinas. I wrecked the room after that because I went out and bought a load of paper and Sharpies.
I've just got visions of like you and another rock band in opposite rooms, and then you coming out with the telly onto the balcony, and they're like, "Woo, rock and roll!" And you're like, "No, Jamie's cleaning under it."
Bargain hunts on in 12.
Yeah.
We went to watch the Cortinas.
Trying to get a signal. Gash in the attic.
I'd been heckling him like all
We
day.
were on the balcony. You were having his haircut, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Down the bottom, and I had my. As a matter of fact, can I have my T-shirt back? Can you play guitar? Can you fuck? It's a line in one of their songs. He's having his haircut, so I used to have an Oasis style haircut. So we were on there pretending to cut my hair. Anyway, when I watched the gig, brilliant. My mate had sorted us not VIP gigs at Ibiza Rocks. It's a big square.
Yeah.
So the lady comes. We went into VIP, and then this other lady comes over. Oh, Jamie, you got 6 or so, and so yeah, follow me. And we're like,
We went to the
through
special balcony.
Secret curtain sort of thing. And we went in and it was VVIP with all the beds overlooking the stage, all that shit. And we're all kind of like, right, lads, we're in here, just be nice, be good. Mm-hmm. He comes running back, just going, got green crisps! You're not the VIP! And then he went, A-7. B.
Nice call back there. I like where you're going with that.
So you were in VVIP, or you could talk about you coming with crisps in your bare hands.
Seriously, when the gig, I went to the bar in the VIP bit, and Leigh Stafford, the hairdresser, was there, and we stood there. Now the drinks are like 40 quid each. You know what I mean? I'm thinking, oh, brassic. And oh my god, yeah. And his missus was there, that Jess. She's nice. And they'd not long got together. Anyway, he went, love your hair, mate. I went, oh, thank, because I knew who he was. And I went, oh, thanks ever so much. And he's literally here now. That's what I talked to. And I went, oh, you're Leigh Stafford. He went, yeah. He said, you got coolest hair on the island, mate. And I'm thinking, you ain't been fucking far. If you've been in West End, fair enough, you know what I mean? And then he went, oh, what are you drinking? I said, oh, I'm actually getting a couple of drinks from my mates. And he went, oh, what do you want? So he starts leaning over and helping and blah, blah, blah. And it comes to like 100 and something euros. And I literally went, thanks. Fucked up. Free crisps, free drinks. But when we went to the after shows,
I found a new chord.
3 major 7. We went to Eden, didn't we? We ended up in the after party thing, and
Reverend and the Makers were on, and a couple of other.
we went in, and obviously
bands.
it's this massive nightclub. And I said to the lads, let's just go in VIP. So we went up to VIP. I got let in, and nobody else did. So I'm stood down talking to the drummer and the bass player. Anyway, I'm waving down at the lads. You know what I mean? We went and had this big night. It was fucking brilliant. And he was saying, I want to speak to Liam Frey. Music.
Just wanted a photo. Just like, you know, like,
all he wanted was a photo. We've been dancing a couple of hours and all that stuff, and then he sat on the steps in the club, practically roaring. Do you know what I mean? So shit got serious really quick.
Yeah,
We were
I was like gutted.
fuck. Number one, it was like, what you took? And then we realised it were him. And if they ain't got cholesterol in it, he ain't had it. So, we were like, what's gone off? He says, finally went up to Liam Frey and said, can I have a photo? And he's like, not mardy with you, but he's like, whatever. And he got his phone and he went, you might have to
It was like one, it was like
yeah,
3,
1,
2, 3, fuck off. Like that. Yeah,
for his phone.
Yeah, so,
he said
yeah,
that?
Yeah, he was proper arse to me.
Yeah.
Like, because he got a bird trying to pull him out of the club, that was it.
Yeah.
He threw your phone.
Yeah, he like knocked it out of my hand. So anyway, So anyway, I got, obviously I was devastated. There was some QPR, remember, lads outside, but QPR like diehards. They were like, I will fucking do him.
Yeah.
Well,
I
don't want any trouble, mate.
I went back into the VIP. I was like storming up. I said to I can never remember his name, the drummer. I went, where's your lead singer? I went, why? I said, oh, I'll fucking knock him out. He said, well, he said to my mate. And he was like, leave it, mate. He's a cunt and all this sort of stuff. I was like, fair play, but see what he's done to him while he's on the stairs, like fucking X Factor kid. You know what I mean?
I was like, I've travelled 2,000 miles. This moment. Yeah. Anyway, long story
Couldn't
short.
ring your mum because your phone's gone.
Long story short, I didn't get the photo.
Oh, if he hadn't been at that holiday, it'd have been fucking brilliant. No, it'd have been not as good because whenever he's around, I smile and I cheer up.
Yeah.
Even if, I'm not.
I have that. But I have that effect on people.
I've seen him his suicidal sadness though. Every bad gig.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not doing it anymore. I don't want to do it. So, they didn't laugh at everything. I don't want to do it. Bring the
know,
Samaritans,
man.
don't you, man?
I know how funny it can be,
Oh, it's hilarious.
but it's confidence thing, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Mate, you can kill on stage.
Oh yeah, you've seen it. Yeah.
Because I'm thinking if you can do it, I can do it.
Yeah. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Looking like that, mate, you can do anything.
See, I dress like this all the time.
Instant laughs.
Instant.
Just walk up and say,
Yeah. Yeah.
welcome. And walk off.
Yeah. Looking like Russell Brand's carpet. It fucking
I can't do any gigs Sunday mornings though.
Sunday mornings.
at church. But Russell Brand, Audi Russell Brand,
Yeah.
Russell O'Brand, Russell O'Brand.
Oh, now I'm just picturing you sitting in a basket in Aldi. I'll tell you jokes, innit?
Goodbye, mate. Dirty fucker. But no, that holiday was the stuff of legends. But some of the gigs we've done where it's just been there's been no nerves, because I usually used to suffer with anxiety and stuff like that. But when Traps formed, I got counselling, I got over it.
You're surrounded by good people,
and
though.
stuff.
You've got people who
but
were surrounded
I
by
put too much pressure on myself because I had an ego the size of him. You know what I mean?
No,
I
the same
was,
thing with me. I was terrified of being on stage when I first started.
But I think for me it was like once you get in that state where you're doing a song, like you say, we've done it that many times, you go into an out of body experience thing and you're watching yourself doing it and you know what you're doing. And I think when we used to have like we've got another synth player, Scott, who programs everything, so we couldn't really veer off from the track. When I was in Booby Traps,
you guys were like
you and
click
Chiswick,
tracks.
you could stop songs halfway through and go into the crowd, or you could start messing around. But we were quite strict because we had lights going.
Click track.
We had
It was a
all
click
this stuff
track,
and
weren't
stuff.
there, for certain.
But no, some of the stuff,
songs.
some of the gigs like that we'd done out of town, we ended up staying over, and they're always.
We turned up at
legend,
Bolton
mate.
and there was like literally human shit down the alleyway.
God.
Remember, we were unloading and it was literally outside the door.
was
of the,
huge.
Yeah, it was massive, mate.
Give away from the right.
Yeah.
No, honestly, it was. Whoever that came out of ain't alive now.
It's special.
Or if they are, they're walking around like that.
Just skin.
Yes.
But that was a really good gig.
Yeah.
We played
Every
a
time.
drum and bass band played on after two people after us, and we were drinking Rasta Blasters.
Fucking hell, I can't remember. I remember one of the lads in our band, Matt. He's very cowboyish when he first got with us, like started with us.
Cowboy?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
he used to wear cowboy sort of clothes.
No, what did I used to call him on stage? Toy Story.
Woody. Yeah, so when we wrote on a pair of his cowboy boots underneath Andy. In sharp.
Yes.
Yeah, top lad.
No, but
Yeah, he came out of that after a while, didn't he? The cowboy phase and
yeah.
I
Great
dress
guitarist.
up as a cowboy.
Great
yeah,
guitarist.
yeah, he's a great guitarist. Fantastic. But yeah, we had some fun times with it all. Definitely.
Life experience, isn't it?
Yes, mate. Yeah.
So is the band still going?
We split. Once they split up, we had a hiatus hernia, and we're all talking again, and we'll see what happens. So I'm busy at the minute doing my venture.
I can't even get him to commit to one night a week, so good luck.
Tell him it's pizza night. He'll be camping on your door.
We should do it on
Domino's,
We should do it on Tuesdays!
Two for Tuesday.
Tuesdays!
Never thought of that. We ordered pizza before a gig once, didn't we? We had a rehearsal, we ordered pizza. It's our new thing.
Leigh come on stage 15 minutes late.
Literally, the bloke turned up, put them down. We were like, "Where's the napkins, guys?" Turn around and it's gone and it's down his front. We were
I
like,
nailed it.
"You inhaled it."
Wow.
Pepper it.
I always used to enjoy playing at the O2 Academy. They were
O2,
the
the O2s
best.
are wicked.
Yeah,
I've done quite a few over the country, but yeah, I think with Traps they were always fun. Just a better sound.
What did you do your own gigs at O2 or were you
Yeah, we
supporting
had,
someone?
no, we've headlined it.
Oh, what? That's awesome.
Yeah.
I went to see
YouTube,
White
I
Buffalo
watched
at O2.
Yeah, I still watch some of the stuff on YouTube, and it's like, I can't believe I was part of that. It's so cool. Like, it still sounds relevant now.
Relevant.
Even 2 years on, or whatever, 3 years on.
Yeah, well, I've been writing stuff. I've been doing my own stuff for me, and I've been doing stuff that might be for the A band.
So do you do solo stuff?
I've just started. Well,
how's it going?
well, at the minute, I'm doing a covers duet album that I've just started to kind of record, and it's all the males that I've met in my time in bands. And it's to highlight men's mental health.
Okay.
I've been through loads of stuff the past couple of years, and it was just it was a chance for me at first. I was just going to do a solo album of covers.
Yeah.
And just to get back into singing and recording, and then I started writing again, and then an idea just came to me. I was like, well, I could get so-and-so to do that guitar bit, or then I could get and then I just started contacting people, that I respect and that are really good. This is why I haven't spoken to you about it. And then getting them to choose their song. I think it went from about 5 people to I've got 25 people now, so it might be a double album. And then we'll do a gig once everything's recorded. We'll do a gig to highlight men's mental health, and so I was going to do a travel blog with my travels, but because of COVID and all that shit, not allowed to do that. So I'm going to do Facebook page. And I think it's going to be called Brother, you alright? Something like that. Hashtag Bro You Okay or something like that. So I've been learning cover songs, but I've also been writing them a lot. But I've also been writing comedy and stuff as well. So
You've been doing a bit.
Trying to, yeah.
Jamie's been sort of teetering on the edge of going to do an open mic, haven't you, for a while?
Yeah.
So you've spoke to me a few times about it.
I've just sat with my mum and dad for 2 hours and just wrote all the stuff that they spill out.
You can do any open mic. I can take you to an open mic. Once everything's back up to normal, I'll do them about 5 nights. Well, I do about 5 nights a week. 2 or 3 of them will normally be opens. I'm doing new stuff up.
I think now that you guys are doing this, love the setup, by the way.
Thank you.
You've really pushed the boat out.
Yeah. With
I've seen more finances on a fucking. I just realised we're in your house.
Oh!
So I'm not going to say a hostage video.
Yeah, I don't want to have expensive furniture because I tend to smash them over fucking guitarists. If you want to do stand-up, do stand-up. Simple, just do it. It's like Nike, just do it.
Just
don't do it the way he
I'm
does
just
it.
happy to stand there and talk rubbish.
Don't do it the way I did it.
5 or 6 minutes, and
That's all it is.
that's it.
Utter drivel.
Yeah.
And then, and then you get better, and then you learn. It's hard when you first start doing stand-up. You don't do stand-up. You just do 5 minutes expecting to make one person laugh.
Yeah.
And then you get better.
I think I'd just like to go and. I know you said don't go and watch, just go and do it. But I'd like to go and just immerse myself in the vibe of it.
No, you'll
Do you know what I mean?
terrify
'Cause I
yourself.
like a lot of vibes, and I like it.
The problem is, you can go and watch, if you're in a bad crowd, you can go up and watch 8 people not get a laugh and you'll never do it. Because no matter how, I've seen some of the best comedians in the circuit die on their arsehole. It's not guaranteed every time. It's very much a case of they could be having a bad night, the crowd could be out, something could go wrong, and it's terrible.
I've died on my arse many times.
What is it? I didn't
Fucking
think you did that as a band.
No, to be honest though, you used to always talk to the crowd and have banter with the crowd when we were playing anyway. So you've got that connection.
Yeah,
the connection's
I
there.
think-
Like some bands come out and go, "This is so and so." There's a song. They'll go, "Oh, this is so and so," and they'll play it. Cheers. This is so and so, and then they'll play it. Cheers. With him, it's like you'll pick out people in the crowd and you'll talk. So people shout to you.
Yeah, I like that interaction. I like.
So basically, you've got basic crowd work down already before
Crowd
you
control.
Yeah.
When I watch Radiohead, the lead singer kept going in and out of accents the whole night.
Yeah.
Between almost every song, just German, Swedish, Italian, just different
Pretentious
accents.
prick.
It was so good.
I can do Irish, a little bit of Welsh.
We're not doing accents again.
God.
Sick of doing fucking accents.
But he was fantastic. Also, he played Creep
Well,
in Redden in 2009. Fucking loved it.
that might be on the album.
What, Creep?
Yeah, it might be on the album that we're
It's a
doing.
fantastic song. I love Creep. What's the worst thing that? All right, famous people. What's the worst experience you've ever had with a famous?
Danny Dyer.
Oh, was he a bellend?
Yeah.
Elaborate.
I went to watch Kasabian with a friend of mine who is the father-in-law of Chris, the bass player. And we went to the Albert Hall, went and watched Jersey.
Was it
opened for
that
him.
night? Yeah.
So we stood downstairs where the VIP bit is, waiting, as you
I've
do.
seen you there actually.
And
I was there.
Oh, yeah, you were actually, were you?
Yeah, me and Anna went. Yeah.
Shows how.
Yeah, it's a long time ago, mate. Though.
Seen you.
It's a long time ago.
Yeah, I was just downstairs. It's literally like this wide, and you stood here like being 6'2", you know what I mean? Not the odd person.
Yeah, I
turned around to talk to my friend. I just got shoved. Turned around, and it was Danny Dyer.
Oh.
And everybody was literally like, "You going to move or what?" And I was stuck what to say. I was in two, you know what I mean? I was like, "Oh, I'm really sorry," and suck up. I was just going to go fuck yourself, slag. And then, yeah, complete arsehole. But literally 2 minutes later, I'm talking to my friend in exactly the same position, and then I had a hand on my shoulder saying, "Excuse me, big man, can I get past?" And I turned around, it was Noel Fielding. And it's Naboo, is that his brother? The little one?
The little one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I've met him 2 or 3 times since.
Noel Fielding?
Yeah.
Nice guy?
Nice guy.
Oh,
Very nice
good.
guy. Very good in tents with bacon shit.
Yeah.
And great shirts.
To be honest, as a rule of thumb, most comedians are sound, unless you're a comedian.
Good point. What was that comedian I met at that festival?
Milton
Jones. I shared his...
Fucking nicest guy in the world, he is.
honestly, brilliant.
Absolutely sound, lad.
And he's... I was talking to him about comedy as well, and then I shared his pasta, and we were just chatting, and then when it was his turn to go up, the sound went, didn't it?
Yeah.
So all you could hear was just the crowd, and he did his whole set with no mic.
Yeah, he went out.
You did that. You broke a mic on stage when we did Dad Battle.
Yes.
The Don't Laugh Battle
Don't
in
Laugh Battle.
Cambridge.
That was fun.
Yeah, it was for me.
Yeah, no. Mate, honestly.
No, I hold the record for the fastest win.
Fastest win.
So the point is, you have 2 people, 2 comedians, one there, one there. You have 5 minutes to make the other person laugh. Every time you laugh, you gain a point. Whoever's got the most points loses. I sat opposite this woman who was like 60.
Yeah.
Fucking stupid funny. Retardedly funny. And she was killing it. And I looked like I was having a stroke, so I was trying so hard not to laugh. She finishes, the crowd goes mental. And and then just as the crowd dies down a bit, she went, "If I get naked, will you laugh?" And it kills and it gets big laugh.
But
everyone calms down.
You didn't laugh, did you?
I didn't laugh, no. Whole way through I didn't laugh. The whole way, everyone calms down, it all goes quiet. And I just said, "If you get naked, I'll forfeit." She burst out laughing and I walked off stage.
That was it.
Literally travelled all the way to Cambridge for 5 words.
5 words, yeah.
If you strip
no one's ever beat that.
Exact words, yeah. No one's ever beat
You got
it.
the record, haven't you?
Yeah, and we were supposed to go into a 5-minute gong, weren't we?
Yeah.
Which is where you do 5-minute set, and then people can vote you off if you're not funny. But then if you do your full 5 minutes, they vote on afterwards who's funniest. So my whole point was I got up and walked off because I didn't want to do any of my material, so I could go up and do the full 5, and we didn't even end up doing it. The promoter had a go at me. Yeah, he was like, "You didn't use any content. It's not very fucking funny, is it?" And I'm like, "Pfft."
I hate people with those voices.
Yeah, everyone I know. But yeah, no, that was fun. And then you broke the mic. You were talking, you shouted, and the mic broke, and no one else could use it.
Yeah.
A good friend of mine, Legless Lauren, she's an amputee. She went against one of our mates, Sean McBurney.
Yeah, he's a one-liner comedian.
They sat down, and she was wearing trousers, and unclipped her leg. And then he did his whole bit. I think she laughed once, didn't she? No, she didn't even laugh. And then she went to talk and literally just went like that and pulled this fake leg and put it on the table. It was fucking awesome.
But he didn't laugh, did he?
No, he didn't. It was a draw.
Yeah, draw. I was against a Mormon from Utah and she didn't crack a smile.
Oh God, she was weird.
Why would you get a Mormon from Utah?
Why couldn't you?
Crazy cat lady as well.
It just ended up that way. It was who got pulled out the bag.
Oh mate, one guy didn't understand the point at all. Got on the table, pulled his shirt off, and started meowing and trying to lick his opponent.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, legit story.
Yeah, legit.
So
He's like,
don't do
"Meow,
mushrooms
Before
when you're
again.
doing...
Mate, yeah, it was the whole night was fucking bizarre.
Weird one. We've had a few weird ones, though, haven't we, as well?
Yeah.
Strange.
I think towards the end of Booby Traps, we were doing loads of festivals. We did one festival where we got stopped halfway through. We knew it was going to be a weird one because as we're driving round to the performers' car park, there's a bloke with a stoat on a lead. Taking a stoat
like a
for
ferret.
a walk.
Oh right.
A ferret kind of thing.
It definitely weren't a ferret, so I went with stoat, and it stuck. And we were halfway through this gig, and this bloke literally just walked on stage. And I'm not being anything other than honest. He went, "Right, guys, what we're going to do now is we've got," and they had a
striking
bloke
his
who
stoat?
had a charity haircut in the middle of our set on stage. Literally, we stood there for like, and it weren't. You know the blokes.
didn't
You know
get
in these
pre-warned?
little towns where you get the one hairdressers, like it's something out of a fucking League of Gentlemen or something.
Yeah.
And he had the jacket on, the white jeans and all this, and instead of just shaving this bloke's head, he went full cut and blow dry, and he's chatting away and blah blah. We're literally there, just kind of like, what the fuck? And then he walked off. All the bloke's hair was all over my foot pedals with his shit.
Did he even sweep up?
No.
Oh, I'd be fuming.
No.
Livid.
Mate,
State trapped.
to be
Is that
fair,
in Wales?
That was like Derby or somewhere like that. We did one in Wales. We did in Conwy on the the estuaries, the castle up there. Absolutely brilliant. That was like a double header thing. We did Tribfest in the day, where we played in this little scouts hut. Honestly, we got there, and obviously our manager says we're going to be playing there. Blah blah blah. We pulled up at this scouts tent, fuming. Not fuming, just a bit let down, deflated. We drove all the way up to Leeds, all that stuff. And anyway, we got 30 seconds into the first song, and then it just got rammed. And we got to the end of the gig, sweating buckets, went out the back. And I always remember, because the footballer Dean Windass,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
used to play for Bradford.
Big
he was out the
chunky
back,
bloke, yeah.
and he got a beer, and he went, "Hey, what big lad, I'll fucking top that." Smashed out in his face.
That's exactly how it
"Get
sounds as
these,
well."
My lad, in a band, all this. Come down here, blah, blah, blah. I spent the whole, next 3 hours getting hammered on Dean Windass. Not literally hammered on Dean Windass. That was the night after. But then we went over to Wales, and we did this gig, and there weren't drums there. We had to go and drive somebody to get some drums, and it was in this little marquee, but overlooking the estuary. And halfway through that gig, I had this Chinese woman all the time just trying to get photos right at the front. And we had Tom following us doing it like a documentary sort of thing, and he's got it on that. I think it's on YouTube. She just climbed up on stage and just started taking selfies while I'm singing, and I'm literally trying to
One of my favourite stories of yours is that when you're in the booby traps. Obviously, I was like your number one fan. It's a little bit weird, isn't it? I used to follow you around
like
everywhere.
our
So it was before
fan.
I was in a band.
does it with me.
So no, like
It was good because I had my best mate, there. And
Yeah.
obviously, when I was
Followed
having
him
anxiety and all that shit, he knew that I was struggling. He'd be like, "Jay, let's go and find a beer or whatever." So for me, it was wicked. I had my other best mate, Sean, there, who's the photographer. Yeah. So it just made it more homely. You know what I mean?
I love the way he's like getting emotional support from you. I have to be your fucking emotional support dog when we go on a gig.
it's different.
Oh, I can't breathe, Lewis. Oh, I can't remember my set.
I can't remember my
They're all
set.
gonna
We've
look
got
at me.
jalapeno stuck somewhere.
You can't write my set in crisps, mate.
Write it on your hand. You end up writing it on your hand and wiping it on your head. You're like,
By the end of the black smudge on my forehead.
Yeah.
No, that story I was gonna say about the where was we? I forgot where it was. The Charlotte, the closing of the Charlotte in Leicester.
Yeah, the last night.
That was the best night, like ever. Like you were playing, and literally the whole crowd got
yeah.
on stage with you.
I think there was
There was about 50 or
screening.
60 people.
I've got a couple of lads from the screening who are going to be playing on this album I'm doing as well. The screening don't normally like to go on last, so we went on last. So in theory, we closed the Charlotte. On the
You were the
most
last band
famous
to play
places.
there, yeah?
We ended with Day Tripper, didn't we?
Yeah.
Got everybody up on it. It was mayhem. I remember dancing around on stage, and it go bang, clang like this, and then I looked forward, and Lewis, my bass player, just looked at me and he went, "I've just hit somebody full in the face." I'm like, yeah, rock and roll. I had one kid. We did a.
Did you see the stage dive? The kid that did the stage
they're
dive.
all on video. They're all on YouTube.
Yeah, so there's a kid got up on top of the speakers. It's probably about 10
we were
foot.
doing secret, weren't we?
Yeah, and all his mates have gone like that, like come down, and he's jumped, and they've all moved out the way.
Yeah,
Mate,
literally.
to the ground.
There was this lad, and he kept getting up, and we were in this song that was quite fast. It had this little breakdown, and I was able to go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, jump, and he was doing it. And then it was brilliant. It happened 2 or 3 times, and he went up on the risers and it was like
It was so high, so high. Yeah, bang! They just moved. That's proper cuntish. It's a cuntish move, mate.
Yeah, that is.
Like all your mates are like, "Come on!" And then they just went. It's like Moses had fucking partied them. Like, fuck.
That's amazing.
And he hit, like literally everyone moved, and the toilets flooded, so it was like piss and water coming out of the toilets into like the
Great days, mate.
Yeah,
Great days.
amazing. Tom from Kasabian was in there. He fell over.
Yeah.
It was fucking amazing, mate. Great times.
I remember being upstairs with them lot beforehand.
Yeah.
It was proper rock and roll mayhem. It really was. I cut my teeth with them boys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Quite literally.
Did you do a lot of drugs?
No.
No. I did a lot of
whatsoever.
I did a lot of McDonald's. we did a shitload of McDonald's on road trips and stuff. We lived on.
No, Lewis, we did
You would
no
have
drugs
you would
whatsoever.
have been a full-on drug addict if it was called meth.
Oh, that's great. That's good. That's a good one, isn't it? Oh, we're gonna have to write that fucker down.
Meth.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can I have a happy deal?
Happy deal.
More mushrooms. 6 pieces of meth and a small. What spice it come with?
No, we did the Cavern, didn't we? I did that a couple of times. You came up to that one. We had like a couple of coach loads come up with that. We sold it out.
That was a good night.
What's the worst law you've ever broken?
worst law?
Yeah, like legitimate, most illegal thing. When you got a statute of limitations.
I once coveted thy neighbour's ox.
Coveted thy neighbour's ox.
Is that a law?
I don't know.
Fucking short bitch. Poor ox.
Sounds like you spaffed on someone's dog.
Oh, that sort of law. Yeah, I've done that.
Oh yeah. No, have you never like legit like broke the law?
Some of the covers I've done in the past have probably broke some sort of laws somewhere.
I think my singing range has definitely broke some laws. Having him in the band without any disability coverage.
No, DLA.
DLA.
That's the only reason they had you in, so they could park in the disabled.
Yeah, they got a blue badge.
Why don't you plug his synth in? He's got a blue badge.
I wouldn't even know if I was playing anyway, mate.
The amount of times when it went,
Am I doing good?
yeah, when it went quiet, all you'd hear is,
I don't like it.
You'd look at me and give me this look like I'm doing well, and then just start twisting stuff.
yeah.
Like
We had that conversation, didn't we? If
Yeah.
you don't know what to do, don't touch keys, just twist shit.
Just twist shit.
Armand Van Helden the hell out of it, you know what I mean?
So what is a synth? I still haven't. Is it a keyboard?
It's a keyboard.
So what's the twisty thing?
got all-
You can do all your primitives
Sounds.
and primitives.
And there was 2 synth players in your band.
Yeah, we had a proper
the,
one.
The proper one was really good.
And then we
Like,
had...
but I'm a guitarist, really, more than a synth player. I'm not a very good guitarist, but I can play the guitar better than I can the synth. That's how I look at it.
You're just playing like one long note all the way through.
Basically, yeah.
Most of the time.
No, I can play chords.
you come up with
Mild,
quite
like
a
basic
few.
chords, yeah.
You wrote some good songs.
Yeah, I'm better at probably writing,
Yeah.
or at least getting the groundwork, because we've got a weird way of writing. So I'd write stuff at home, and then I'd bring it to Jamie, and then he'd tweak it, and we'd rewrite it.
Yeah.
So like I'd get a melody or something, and then we'd rewrite it.
He'd put words to the melody, and then it'd kind of like, here's the first bit.
You haven't changed a fucking day.
I do that with him. Yeah, I write jokes. And
I wrote a joke.
It just says squirrely.
To make it funny.
That's basically
Yeah.
I like the tails.
Jamie, you could have a beer and pizza night around your house. You've come up with 2 words, haven't you? Yeah.
The rhyme and everything.
But let me think, what song did you
Orange and orange.
Came with
Churches,
Churches.
yeah.
Churches was an absolute track. Loved that song. And then we got Curtis, the rapper, on it,
Love.
which was brilliant. Love. You got the melody. Did you get the melody for that?
And the chords.
I just did.
I wrote the chords and the melody on
Yeah,
that one.
because I wanted to call the album Love, didn't I? So I just wanted the big song at the beginning.
And then
Just when you say chords.
This is A minor. Can we put that in?
There's onion rings.
I've written a solo. It's called McCoy's. Rich. For her pleasure.
But no, he come up with some really good ideas. Surprisingly. But it was
He
more
does. He
about
writes some absolute bangers, and then he sends me some absolutely atrocious things.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. There's a CD somewhere.
Yeah.
Absolute drivel.
yeah,
But no, we've come up with stuff and we kind of come to the end of it and look at each other and go, that's got legs.
yeah. That's what we always say. Oh, that's got legs.
That's got legs.
It's the same as comedy. It's the same principle.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
come up. It's like when
But
you
music
come,
was comedy.
when you have a loose principle, you can come up with something and go, "Oh, that's 10 minutes worth." Like I did that in my new bit, which is a true story. But it's like it started off as 2 sentences, and then I went, "Oh no," and then I read it and it's 8 minutes now. Literally, I was like, I want to try. I went to a gig and I was like, I need to try a new bit, and he went, "Okay," and he was like, "How long is it?" And I went, "Well, I don't know. It's either 4 minutes or 10 minutes." He went, "It just said it really depends how funny it
Depends
is."
which avenue.
I said literally it won't take more than 5 minutes. So I'd do a normal bit to start, get the crowd warmed up, which was still a new bit. I still went up and did brand new stuff, because brand new stuff you don't know if it's going to be funny or not.
Yeah.
When I went up, and literally I did my first bit 3 minutes ish. Thought, fuck it. If I had my timer on, I thought it's 5 minutes. I'll add a little bit onto the end. By the time I checked my time, I clocked in about 15 minutes. I was like, fuck. even Carter went, mate, that was such a long bit. And I was like, yeah, but it fucking kills though.
Do you go off on tangents though? Do you know you'll know, even if we're not had a drink or anything like that, if we're having a convo between the two of us, say if we're out or we're, sat in the garden or whatever, we get to a point and then something's said and then you go off on that tangent and it's random as shit, isn't it? This is the thing. Do you do that?
Yeah, so with the bit I'm just talking about, I rewrit it and I really bulked it out, didn't I?
Yeah.
It was huge, but it was fucking... I said to him, it's either the best bit I've ever written or the worst. It was so... In my mind, it was the greatest thing I've ever written, but I've done that before and then done it on stage and everyone's like, don't get it.
Yeah, I've had songs like that.
You see,
Yeah.
he read it to me when you wrote it, because I came round as you was finishing it off.
Yeah.
And you were like... you were going to talk to me. I was like, no, finish writing whilst it's in your head
No, I
fresh.
had to. Yeah, once you're there, do it. You're writing, you've got to write. But I did it anyway. I went on stage, and there was this small bit about where the story involves porn, old school porn.
Hedge
I said
fund.
the first porn I ever seen was 2 porn mags I stole off my stepdad, and they were from 1987. I remember the date on them. And then that just was a bit...
I'm trying to think length of bush. around
So
87.
yeah, like you're going
Like your
full
beard.
bush, like
Really?
So the bit was the little tiny bit was like, this was 1987 porn. It was a 1987 Mayfair and a 1988 copy of Razzle. So we're talking primo porn. That was supposed to be the whole. That all that was just me to bridge to the next part. That bit got booked out to 5 minutes because I just went off on a tangent. Like, as for younger people that don't understand, 80s porn is horrific. And it is actually awful. You mean we've all seen nostalgic porn? I was like, because they all have to do the same pose because they have to spread it to show you. They have to do the same
Always worried me. Always worried me, that whole spready thing.
Mate, I went off on a bit about 80s porn, and then I went like, I looked at my watch and I'm like, fuck, that took 2 minutes. So I thought, I'll click back, and then I went to talk again. I went, and you remember Reader's Wives? And then that was another 3 minutes, and I'm like, oh fuck, I could do an hour.
Why did
bit.
it always look like somebody tipped water on Gizmo?
What? The vaginas or Reader's
yeah,
Wives?
Yeah, vaginas.
You see, Reader's Wives for me were better because you could tell they didn't know them.
The
pictures
only
being
readers
taken.
I had in mind were
Still
Reader's
got
Digest,
rash.
mate.
Yeah, no, the best.
Fucking Reader's Digest. I had the full collection.
Mate, the Reader's Wives were the worst because there'd be one of a woman on like a hotel bed somewhere in Spain and you can see she's sunburnt to fuck. Like she has white tits, but like shiny red skin. Obviously got sunstroke. She's there like that. And then underneath like this is Sharon. She loves sunning it up in Benidorm. And she's obviously sitting there going, what are you doing, Gary? What are you winding the camera up for?
They always wore their own underwear as well. They never bought new underwear for it. It's all kind of like miscoloured.
Mate, the ones I
and
see
stuff like that.
never had underwear. And I'd say that was the other one as well. There'd be like a woman like drying herself off with a towel. Like, this is Betty. She loves getting dry after a long shower, and she got that face of fuck off.
Yeah.
This is like, yeah.
I got Scooby what you're on about.
Mate, Reader's
He's
Wives were
internet porn.
brilliant.
He's internet porn.
Yeah, mate, Reader's Wives fantastic.
Yeah.
This is Linda. Why is it taken from a bush?
It was
Gary's
87.
wife. Yeah, no, it was.
It scared me, that whole the porn mag thing, and like you said, that thing.
That generation.
The
They're
thing.
just spreading. They literally sat there, legs spread, and then got their hands.
I've seen.
No
and
offence.
separated the bush.
No
I've
offence,
seen
but I know where I'm going. I don't need that whole.
Yeah, and the problem is when you
like a fucking air flight attendant like that, like
This way!
like with a light.
yeah.
Back off!
Clit.
Run on! Back off!
But the problem was as well because they had to spread the hair. You didn't see like a nice puckered up little cute vagina. It was like
It looked like a wet Don King. Some
Yeah.
of them did. Do you know what I mean?
like a hippo yawning, but with more
Hairy
teeth.
predator.
Yeah, no.
You can't be. I don't mind a bush. I do not mind a bush.
I remember reading an article in Mayfair that wasn't to do with porn
never
that
been
said
London.
Coolio, who was massive at the time, didn't sing his own songs. He couldn't sing. Sorry, he could rap, but he could not sing.
They didn't sing on the songs anyway.
No, I know,
It was
but back
LV
then it was a
or
big
something.
thing. They were like, "Oh, he actually can't sing. He's got a terrible singing voice." I'm like, "Here's a rap."
So out of all the things out of a porn mag, you got that.
And Ginger Lynn, she was amazing.
I got that from it.
You
What,
got that
arthritis?
from it.
Yeah, I got that.
I got more of that.
And I can still do it now, look.
What are you doing? That?
See, you didn't read
He's
enough.
playing chords.
You didn't read enough.
I want to know why he's like, I used to watch porn and...
I used to read it.
You used to read
I
the
used to read
articles.
it while I was at the bus stop, wherever I'd found it. There'd always be one of the mates from school who'd be like, get his bag open. It was like a bat. It looked like it'd been found, in a bush.
Yeah.
somewhere.
Puddle.
And he'd be like, always folded that way for some reason, so it can go up your sleeve, I guess, in old blokes.
Yeah.
Max.
I found out about the
whatever.
porn fairy.
Really?
So the porn fairy, we used to say that the porn fairy leaves porn in bushes.
Yeah.
Do you know what it actually is? Somebody told me and ruined my life. Doug Carter told me lorry drivers throw them out into bushes and shit on the main roads
When they're done with them.
because they don't want to go home to the wife with the porn mags. So that's why the British countryside is littered with filth.
Really?
Yeah. Ruined
God
it.
love-
Mate,
God
Doug
love
does it.
lorry
Yeah.
drivers.
My
Doug-
man.
Dirty
Yeah,
bastard.
Doug
old
did the
man's
bit
lorry
on stage.
driver.
Literally, Doug did this bit on stage.
That one your mum did. Brilliant. The duvet
Yeah,
set.
mate.
She really splashed out on the duvet set. Like
The OnlyFans is going really well.
the what?
The OnlyFans.
I have my
Really?
I have an OnlyFans for Leigh's mum. Yeah, no, Doug did it on stage and he was so nonchalant about it. He was like, yeah, we used to go and get the wank mags the lorry drivers threw out into bushes. And I was like, mate, you've just like told me Santa ain't real. What you doing?
I still can't walk down the road and look in a bit of a gap in a bush without thinking, Mag, disappointed.
I can't
not
walk,
there no more, though, are
I can't walk down the road without kicking a fag packet open. Because when I was like 12, 13, for every 100 pack of fags you'd kick open, one would have two in it.
I can't walk down the road without looking for fags.
Just dockers.
Don't even bother.
Not being, you got the look down.
Right, what look am I going for? Obviously, you're going for the.
I'm not going for anything. I've literally just turned up.
When you come outside, I thought you were going to park the fucking car.
Don't know, with that shirt,
Valet.
you kind of look like you're doing the Black Lives Matter march.
Is it dashiki?
It looks like a dashiki. That's it.
It's a shirt.
I like
It's a
it.
shirt.
I do like it. It suits you. It very
I'm
much
going
suits
for
you.
the homeless hockey, Canadian hockey. I'm just thinking of the hair.
Lumberjack.
It's the shirt that's got me.
Do you know what? I chose this. I didn't.
You look like.
literally
I'll tell you what you look like. You look like a lumberjack that's read Malcolm X. There you go.
Yeah.
That's it. That's my reference. Right.
You look like a Top Man model.
Those like plastic ones or the silver ones. So I went in Top Man the other day and they're all like they're not.
Oh, they
proper
changed it.
mannequins.
Changed over
Yeah.
there. I haven't been in Top Man since I was about 6 because it's not fitted.
You look like you barrel roll through TK Maxx. It's hard to not offend your friend. I'm trying to be nice.
Go, honestly, go for it.
Dude, you
Go for it.
can't offend
At
him.
least I'm not going to be on Catch a Predator next week.
Too heavy to catch, bro. Too heavy to catch. You look like if you stood in town with a cup of tea, someone would put a quid in it. I'm 100% sure that's probably happened.
That's the look I'm going for.
Yeah.
No, the look I'm going for is what the fuck I want.
Yeah,
And I love
yeah.
that now because, like I said to you before about ego, and you know me, we couldn't go in town without going, I don't look right, I need to go shopping, blah blah blah. And now it is literally, I'll just wear what I want to wear. You know, sometimes it might be fucking shirts or whatever, or just a vest. Or
It looks very
whatever.
comfortable.
The thing
I'm
is, the
not-
places that we used to go, you were known. Because the band was quite well known locally.
Yeah.
So people
Yeah.
you couldn't go out in a pair of joggers and a pair of flip flops and a basketball vest.
No.
Because it wouldn't I don't know how to explain it. It wouldn't be.
We were going for a certain look.
Yeah,
I had
and-
that certain look, but now because you know I've gone through a lot of changes in the past couple of years, and I've become spiritual, and I don't mind saying I meditate, and I'm very mindful, and I'm getting right back into it again. Recently, past couple of months, and my nickname's Jesus. Has been for many years. Thanks to
I get
my
that.
friend Kate. So I work in a school. I'm a teacher. I'm a cover teacher. All my students call me Jesus.
Never would have guessed that.
Yeah. Imagine me teaching.
I
your
thought you would
kids.
have been like one of them spiritual healers.
This is something I want to ask you actually. I thought about it. You used to be a lifeguard.
Yes.
Mushroom floats.
Yes.
That's
I
a real
did
thing.
watch that, and it is a real thing.
Soft lad.
His
don't
is
even
one of
know.
those portobello mushroom floats. The fucking massive ones.
My-
He does a mushroom.
Didn't think it was a
float.
fucking button mushroom, mate.
I do a mushroom float and a bird lays on my back.
I was going to say. I was going to
Mate,
go. I
you
was-
floating to put a lighthouse on it.
You're a fucker.
I was going to say you do a mushroom float, and then all the kids think it's splash session. And like you've got 7 refugee kids who's just on the back, just jumping out. You know what I mean? No diving. But yeah, mushroom floats is a thing.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, but jumping in canals is fucking stupid.
So look, going back to the spiritual,
yeah, it was
what
in the
kind of
90s.
spiritual stuff do you do?
I read a lot. I read a lot about mindfulness, and like you said about Buddhism, and I just, do you know what? I'm not religious. I'm spiritual, so I cherry pick from, different religions, blah blah blah. But it's more about the reading and the ethics behind it, and it's cut a lot of the crap out of my life. Literally, like, I meditate when I get up in the morning, meditate when I go to bed. If not, it's twice a day. And I've now got to the point where I don't use guided meditation off YouTube and all that stuff. It's just literally me sat there and just
I think I'll be into that.
and all that stuff.
Which
I used
may
to think it was
shock you.
rubbish. And
You've
then
lost a lot of weight since you've been doing all that.
yeah, lost
as well.
about 5 stone.
You're looking well.
But thanks, man. Appreciate that, because you always say I look like shit.
Do you do that thing where people lie down, you hover your hand going, taking your bad energy? Do you do that?
No.
That's good, because that's bullshit.
No, that is. It's all about.
But
me.
no, we don't have to meditate. A lot of comedians meditate. Jerry Seinfeld's ridiculous. He does it for like 4 hours a day.
That's because he's got the time and the
and
money.
money, yeah.
He's a billionaire.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, no, I don't like the stuff of like, taking your chakra.
No, I've done things. I went to a kind of ex-partner of mine that we got into it big time, and we went to an open day sort of thing, and I was just getting into.
Did you have a guru?
He is the fucking
kind
guru. Look
of.
at him.
Like one of the
I
Asian
went and spoke to someone, and then
'Cause
I
that's
had a
chakra.
full body. Yeah, I'm having my chakras tattooed actually in the next couple of weeks. I had a full body chakra realignment, which was part of my meditation that I used to do. And we got to this place, and it was all normal people, and then there was a few people that were quite hippified up, and there was a few kind of transgender people, and it was a real good mix. And we took Littlin as well. Yeah, sign us up for whatever. And the first one was one of those dancing and laughing workshops.
Oh God, I'd kill myself.
Well, I'm 6
don't
foot
do
2.
either of
We
them
got
things.
into it, walking in circles, dancing. Now try this, and I'm thinking, this ain't for me.
Oh, do you know what? I think it would be if, but I think I'd just like try and look at people and like look at a fat woman and be like,
But at least you're doing part of it.
I'd definitely be dancing.
You'd be
but-
laughing.
Well, by the time I got into it, my friend had fucked off. And was behind looking at whatever, laughing at me, still doing it. And I thought, it's at that point where you can't get embarrassed because everybody's in the same place, everybody wants to do the same thing. And then I went to see this guy and I spoke to him, and we were talking about, I've had anger issues in the past and stuff, so I was having counselling for that, and it was about taking it from the Buddhism side of things, of me blaming my anger on a situation, or me blaming my outburst on what was said by somebody else, when in fact it's just me trying to get my power over on you or who I'm arguing with. So and he first mentioned that, and then since I've been reading a lot of books, I've probably read about 3 or 4 books this month, and they're all pretty much the same thing from all these different people. The Buddhism side of it is, if you've got anger, acknowledge you've got it, but just put it away. You imagine it as a doll's house. We can acknowledge it's there, but stick it somewhere, in a room, and just don't let it out. But normally, and it's like even recently for me, me saying I got angry because of the situation, because not the bloke out of Jersey Shore. I got angry because you said this. I got angry because you didn't do that. No, I got angry because I wanted to get angry and I wanted to force my power and opinion over on you. And I think once you realise that and you take yourself away from it, I'm no better than you. I have no better thought process. I'm no more important than anybody else. But it's just realising that, do you know what? Past couple of years, it's okay to be sad. It's okay to miss people. It's okay to realise that you've fucked up. It's also okay to realise that people have fucked you up, And it's like at the minute, my ex-wife, during the whole, this whole divorce thing, it's difficult because you've got people making shit up about you, saying things to your kids and this, that and the other, and people coming up and going, oh yeah, you're seeing so-and-so, aren't you? You're like, who told you that? But it's not our task anymore. This is what I've learned. It's not my task to be bothered what you think about me. It's your task. Do you know what I mean? I no longer get worried about what people think about me, and that's completely pushed my ego completely out of the way.
Yeah, that's completely different to what you were when we were in a band. It was. Oh, do I look all right? Before we go out, before we go out on stage, a lot of the time, when, for instance, the O2 academies, we always used to get a dressing room, we'd always be in the back, and Jamie would always like just take himself away from us and go and sort yourself out, get changed.
Yeah.
And he'd come out and he'd always ask me, he'd always look me straight in the face and go, do I look alright?
Yeah.
Do I
He was
look
the only
all
one I could say it to as well.
And
Because he
I-
knew what I was going through,
and
the anxiety, the paranoia.
I would tell him straight, or if something wasn't right, like say if he got a shirt on and his collar wasn't right, I'd sort him, just help out or whatever.
Are you a vegan?
No.
Oh, thank God. I can't have a vegan in my house.
To be honest, I don't know. I don't see a problem with it. Again, if you want to eat this, eat this. If you don't. You know what I mean? I don't think it's.
I
when
just
it's
don't like how
down your
preachy
throat.
they are.
Yeah, exactly.
It's cool not eating meat. Just
Oh,
don't,
mate, I seen
don't
someone the other
force-
day who was so preachy to me about being a vegan. And I seen the other day she's eating meat again, and I fucking loved it. Oh. She was like, "Yeah, Lewis, it's amazing. You want to try it? Because I've lost loads of weight and I feel better in myself. Don't feel weak at all. Oh, I need to sit down." And then like I seen the other day at a barbecue eating a burger, and I'm like, "Ah!"
Is she going to watch this?
Huh?
Is she going to watch this?
She's
Call her
too
out.
busy murdering a pig.
No, you and Frank literally told me before this podcast, stop using everyone's
Stop
full
name
name.
dropping.
Really?
Yeah, and also stop giving their address
He
out.
keeps name dropping and giving addresses out and stuff. He's not figured
But
it out yet.
I'm really lucky at the minute because I've been through all of that sort of stuff, and me and my ex-wife we get on really well. Do you know what I mean? The basic thing is we're both here to look after the kids, make sure they're okay. She works full time. We've started getting on, and everything's cool. So I've got less of that to worry about because I'm always worried about what people have thought about me, what people are saying about me behind my back, and this is where I got into the men's mental health issues. Do you know what I mean? I've been there. I've been the lowest you can be. And to be honest, to openly talk to people on the internet about their issues, I'm not qualified, but I have got experience.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, 2 o'clock in the morning talking to people from Australia about suicide. Do you know what I mean? And I can empathise. I can absolutely empathise. But now I think I've took a really big, long look at myself in the way of I'm not paranoid anymore.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I would have. He knows more than anybody. I would have shown him photos of things I bought, whereas now, you know what I mean? I've got probably 4 or 5 pairs of harem pants, and
I really want a pair of haram. Is it harem or haram?
whatever you want.
I really want a pair.
What are they?
I've been looking at for
The
ages.
MC Hammer.
Yeah.
And the let 'em swing.
Shit, I always
Yeah.
thought that was Dashiki.
No, they're like
They're the running long ones.
Yeah.
But if I want to wear it,
Mate, I love them.
I love them as well.
Yeah, mate, I wanted one, but they were like...
You wear
fucking-
Jordans, so you can pull it off.
Yeah,
You wear Jordans, you can pull it
Yeah,
off.
my problem is that I were like proper ones that are made properly are like 30, 40 quid, and the ones that are like 15 quid are obviously made in a sweatshop, and I'm a bit like, you can't look like a hippie and buy from a sweatshop.
and do they give you jaw knock?
Can't have it made by slaves. You know
Well,
what
we
I
don't
mean?
know. Honestly, I went round a friend's house the other night, and she's one of my best friends. I call her my sister, and her friend
one
Jodie
of
came
them.
around as well. No, as a matter of fact. And I went round, and I just literally wore, what I wanted to wear, and I felt so comfortable.
It's good,
But normally I'd spend an hour getting ready.
I think if anybody can fix themselves, sort themselves out, and get a decent track in life, is amazing. And any way you do it is fine. And there's no wrong way and there's no right way.
Exactly.
I deal with things different to everybody. A lot of people, and people tell me it's wrong, but it's not because it works for me.
Yeah,
I suppress it all down till I die when I'm 50. That's my plan.
angry.
Oh, I'm terrible.
Well, this is the thing.
If someone dies, I've had 3 people die in the last couple of years. Try and ignore it.
Yeah.
Someone will be like, "Your man's dead." I'll be like, "What are we having for dinner?"
Yeah.
I'm terrible. I'm absolutely. I don't react to anything. Frank will tell you.
But that's how
like
men.
a robot.
That's how men are now. This is the thing. This is what got me into it. And recently, since I've been doing, I've had my counselling and I've done the whole medication thing, and I'm 2.5 months clean. Thank you. I don't do medication shit. But since all that stuff's happened, you'll be amazed how much shit don't matter. Things like when you're in your car and somebody cuts you up. Well, you know me. You've seen me get out of cars and all sorts of stuff. My anger issues used to be massive, but I used to hate it. I've been banned from football loads of times. It was all the fact that I don't like my bluff being called. I don't like you getting one over on me. Whereas now I'm just like, it's not my task to be bothered about that sort of thing. My task is to be centred, to be a good parent, to be a nice person.
If you've got kids,
enjoy.
I get it. Yeah, it's a good way.
My daughter said to me the other day, me and my daughter, we have piercings together and tattoos and stuff. She's 19, she's at uni. She's got her head screwed on. She don't take any shit. And even to the point where she reminds me of how I was when somebody would say something. You know, things like when people want to argue with you, but you just call them so quick that you end up buying them a drink or whatever. But my daughter's very much like, shut the fuck up. Do you know what I mean? And I love that. She's 19, she's headstrong and stuff. And we were talking about what I wear, and my ex-wife takes the piss out of me, and I don't mind that. That's, you know, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Because I feel like whatever I might be, I'm trying to find that, you know, and it doesn't bother me. But it's a bit of banter. And then Rosie went, I don't mind what you wear. You know, you're a pretty cool dad. Just don't wear those fucking circus pant things with all the colours.
How comfy are they?
You don't know you're wearing them.
Are you into? You're not one of these people that are like, naked's better. It's the way we're made.
Not with this body.
No, I wouldn't be with this one.
No,
nobody was made like this. What do the mate things mean on your fingers? Just had done.
Lots of different things. They're all the things you would think. You know.
Can I guess them?
Go for it.
Okay. This is going to be really boring because they can't see it.
Okay.
Why don't you show?
Is that tennis?
Yes.
Right. Is that a tent?
Yes.
Is that a campsite?
It's whatever you want it to be.
Is
That's the citizen symbol.
Is that a Toblerone on an angle?
Yes.
Okay.
Toblerones were done over the Alps. They were designed for the Alps, and that's what those Toblerone things are called. They're called Alps.
Okay.
So when you put your Toblerone in your mouth and it hurts your fucking root, you got caught by an Alp.
Oh.
I only learned that not too long
Okay.
ago. Yeah, Toblerone.
Yeah.
That's easy.
Oh, that's an aeroplane.
Yeah, well,
right. That's key.
Yeah.
That is a coil to stop a woman getting pregnant. That is either a penguin, a snowman, or a penis.
All three.
That is a fat woman bending over, and that is a twiglet.
Her crosshair.
He's good. He's good.
You know all my symbols, bro.
Out of the 10.
None of them are right. Please tell me that meant tennis.
I like the 10. He's got 10 right. Surely he's got 10 right.
Self.
Yeah.
Protection for your kids for a male.
Yeah, I can get that. Yeah.
Citron.
Right.
Casa. Yeah.
C4.
Joy.
Oh, yeah.
These are all my ex-girlfriends or Madonna's kids. Love.
Yeah.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I like that one.
Child support.
That is a penis.
It does look a little bit.
Just
like
to remind your missus what a slightly bigger one is like.
Okay.
That's meditation.
Oh, my missus.
Yeah.
Burn. Sorry, mate.
I thought that was your missus.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, meditation.
Fucking this prick's coming into a house fire with a match. Sorry, that's peace and love.
Yeah.
I get that. Yeah.
Travel. Yeah.
Awesome.
And then I've got the other ones coming up on here. Eventually.
Oh, there's more.
Yeah.
Where do they come from?
Chakras.
Chakra.
A couple of them are Nordic symbols. A couple of
them you made
four
up.
of them are.
What is
I did.
citron?
It's
I really made it. I forgot.
It's kind of what you want it to mean.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Citron.
It's like
I was on board with all of them till it's whatever you see. It's like one of them ink blot tests.
It's a forward moving thing. Yeah, so it's what you're going to.
Oh, is that why you've got it on that finger?
Fuck off. But the thing is, I'm not losing me. Do you know what I mean? I'm still the same Muppet I've always been. I just kind of know that I'm what I'm wanting to be, and just more chill, just more, you know, shit's been tough, man. Shit for men's tough, you know, which is why doing this album has really helped, because pretty much all the people that I spoke to, 2 or 3 days after, have all said, I've struggled a little bit, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course you do.
Us as blokes, we're supposed to be. I've always stood up to that whole. You know, I'm from a big family. I've always been that. I will protect my woman. I will protect blah blah blah. Getting into fights, all that stuff. When in fact, not getting into fights and not being a dick is. You know, I got told.
I thought you were going to get really teacher on us then. Not getting in fights and not being a dick is pretty cool.
It is. That's what I tell them.
Oh, you don't go to school, do you? And be like, hey, you crazy guys.
No.
It's me, Jamie.
I was going to say.
No, you don't remember them? Yeah. Can you not remember them at school? Did you not have them?
What?
Yeah, there was always one.
Yeah, like we had, because we
Yeah.
went to Catholic schools, we had like priests trying to be cool.
No.
They'd be like, "Hey guys, don't worry, I know what it's like to be 12." You know what I'm saying? But you know, I'm here to talk about how sex before marriage, no sex before marriage is pretty rad, and you're like, "Ah!"
Celibacy.
Yeah, no, fuck them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to have loads of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, like ex-drug addicts coming in.
No sex before Jesus. Hi. I'm Jesus. No, I'm not. I'm at the one school. So I do cover. I go to different classes when the cover's needed. I do PE.
so you're
I
not-
can do history.
You're going to go around all the primary schools at Easter.
Yeah, I'm going to collect some money. Yeah. I'm actually
beat me
surprised
to it.
you're here because this is within 200 metres of the school. No, it's the best thing I've ever done. I used to be a lifeguard and then I just got into doing LSA and one-to-one with.
Let's be honest,
certain
you
kids.
hated being a lifeguard.
I did, but I
by
wrote
the
some
end
of my
it.
best
Where the
songs.
fuck are you a lifeguard? There's no water around here.
Swimming pool.
Swimming pools.
Yeah, that makes sense.
No diving because there's no fucking water.
My old next door neighbour, Alex Malin, was fuck. I did it again.
Did it again.
Alex Malin was diabetic. He's a good kid.
Is he still diabetic?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Fucking hell, you
He's one of them
named him.
skinny diabetics, though. No, he's absolutely sound.
right, so, yeah, one of the
best
top
thing,
ones,
mate,
that
the
one.
best thing in the world. Because we used to walk to school together, and I used to go next door and just eat all his chocolate, and then just let him have fits. Used to be there going, "What you doing?" Taking Twix. Anyway, we went swimming once. And we were in the pool, and he'd not long been diabetic or diagnosed, or if you believe in it.
I'm just thinking of something here. You go.
So, like, we've got out the swimming pool, and he's like, "I don't feel great." And they get really trippy when they like get a sugar low.
Yeah.
And he was walking at the side of the pool and fell in, and he was like, "Ah!" And the lifeguard dived in and was like, "I've got you, mate." And he's like, "Let me go, I like it wet." And he's like, "Well, no, you slippery bitch, get out." And he like kind of like, you know, like when you try and grab a bar of soap, because he were only little, they were like, "Whoa, he's out." And he kind of like on the floor, and they're like, "You're alright." And I literally, I'm not saying I saved his life, but I went, "He's diabetic." And this lad ran out and grabbed the biggest bag of marshmallows and just started fucking, have them. And just fucking, yeah. And I was fucking so gutted because I was like, I want to be diabetic. You get free fucking marshmallows.
You're so good
I
at
was,
telling this story.
honestly, I was just like, he's got free marshmallows. Oh!
I failed one of my lifeguard updates because when you're in that situation, you're in a room, it's boring as fuck. I'm just cracking jokes, you know what I mean? And the woman said to me, they were doing random questions, the woman come to me and said, "What do you do if an epileptic's having a fit in the water?" And without looking up, I went, "Chucking you washing."
Oh!
I swear to
Love
God,
it.
she failed me.
Oh, what a bitch.
Yeah. But I took it like literally an hour later and I gave the correct answer.
Yeah, I would. No, you've got to give it up for the joke.
We've got to
I've
rub the numbers,
sacrificed
walk
that.
away.
I've ruined relationships for a good joke. But no, yeah. But after that happened, I was only like 11, 12. I was smoking, so I would have been about 11. But I was only on like 10 a day. So yeah, I would have been about 11. And I remember, like, to everyone, sometimes I'd just be on the bus and be like, "Oh, I feel ever so faint."
Get him a marshmallow.
And then my sister's like, "Oh God, again." I'm like, "I feel
When we used to
really
go
faint."
swimming, me and a friend
And then
of
my
mine-
sister stood on a bus just going, "Has anyone got a chocolate bar?" And I'm there like,
He only comes round with Freddos.
yeah.
when we used to go swimming,
They come up with a Freddo like, "No, I'm proper diabetic. I need a big bar, Star Bar or nothing."
Toblerones, they're made of Alps.
Oh, not Lion Bar. I'm allergic to nuts.
Yeah, we used to go when my dad used to play badminton with his friend. Me and his son used to go, whether it be Beaumont Leigh, Leicester, Everton, or wherever. And for those 2 hours while they
These
were
are
playing,
places in Leicestershire, by the way.
These are places in Leicestershire.
We have American,
where
Australian, Japanese
all
viewers.
the great unwashed go.
Do we really?
Yeah,
Do we
well,
really?
Yeah, legit. Yeah, we have listeners in the Middle East as well.
You say some
Hi,
things
Dad.
about. You say quite a lot
Are they
about.
allowed
What?
to watch like stuff in the Middle East?
I don't know if he watches it, but he definitely listens to it.
was
My
gonna
dad's
say.
like, "How's it go with me?" If it
And like I
come
said
out
earlier,
later.
this does have the budget of a fucking ransom video.
It 100% does, and you've got the right amount of hair. You never see him with his short back and sides, do you?
Afterwards,
Hey, I wonder how they do bald people.
from behind.
Fucking stop it, Paul! You can't grip it, can you? You can't lift someone's head with no hair.
You're unreal.
Good point.
Where do you even come up with
Can't
this
pick them up
stuff?
by the ear, can you?
To be honest, they're going to be chopping their heads off. They don't really matter, does it?
Mate, people show me them videos. They go, here, look at this. I'm like, fuck off, you freak.
Yeah. No, don't want to. Anyway, so we're
Getting back to the badminton.
Yes, in answer to your question, yes, I do go off on tangents.
Now, before I say this, my best friend's brother is deaf, right?
Yeah.
He does know, but he's deaf. And
just goes into a nightclub going, why is everyone shaking?
for 3 years, I just thought it was proper fucking ignorant.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, me and we've had a night when I just did this all night.
I don't know why every accent I've done so far is like,
Some northern.
I'm deaf! I'm diabetic! I want Freddo's! I can't cut his head off, he's got no hair! Damn it, what do I hold him by? Put that on him! Put that on him! I'll grab him by the peak!
So we were in the swimming pool and we pretend to be deaf.
Deaf brother.
Me and a real good friend of mine, we pretend to be deaf. To the point of literally 20 years later when I worked for the council in Leicester, somebody that was a lifeguard then that then became like a manager, so forth, mentioned how well my speech had come on. Because I used to go, they'd say something, I'd look at my friend and go,
What's that? Dun, 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 dun. I like that. That's awesome.
Sounded like fucking Pingu on crack.
So that sounds like the best banjo impression I've ever heard. Dun, 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 dun.
Banjo's good. Only on your sim to banjo.
True story. I actually thought I went deaf once in a swimming pool, and that's true story.
Underwater?
Yep.
Because you can't.
You ruined your prick! I was going to say I was alright when I surfaced. I remember swimming. You remember doing that thing when your pyjamas?
No, mate, I can't
getting a
swim.
brick.
Yeah.
You remember you swim down and get a little black rubber brick.
I can't swim.
But ever since I've done that, I've never once been swimming in my pyjamas.
No, I know. Also,
I sleep
You've never
naked
gone
as
and
well.
collected
Yeah.
a brick.
I sleep naked, so having to do that.
I've always gone and got a brick. If I see a brick at the bottom of the pool, mate,
can't help it.
I have a towel upstairs with 6 badges on saying I can fucking get a brick.
My first ever shift as a lifeguard. God's really true. My first ever shift as a lifeguard. I'm in the deep end. There's a lesson going on. I know the woman who's running the lesson. This girl comes out with the school, and as you do, you're supposed to. Are you okay in the deep end? Yeah, I'm fine. You okay in the deep end? And this girl showed me all of her badges on her thing, and I was like, yeah, okay, brilliant. So they all started jumping in. Then she jumped in. Then this other one jumped in. Then the little girl jumped in. Straight to the bottom. Nothing. On my first ever shift. Just jumped in. Got her out on the side. I was fucked off because I had my phone in my pocket.
Did you go? She's drowning. Hang on, I'll get my pyjamas. I got the buttons. I can't help it. Give me a minute.
There, get me brick.
Yeah.
Got her out. I had my phone in my pocket. Spilt my coffee. Dropped my fucking paper. And then got her out. You know, she was okay. And I said to her, I thought you said you could swim. And she went, it's my sister's costume. And from that point on, I have never trusted kids.
Oh, mate.
Never trusted kids in my life.
Did you not keep your I had them on my towel. Because we wore speedos.
You had a towel?
Yeah.
You snob.
I know.
We had those
Drip dry.
Mate, I used to show off. Like,
We had to
big time.
angle the hair dryers.
I was just sent
I used to come
outside,
in like-
just outside the doors, the main
Rolling
doors.
the grass.
Mate, my granddad gave me a Speedo towel, and it had Speedo written on it. It was awesome. It was old purple and brown one. Don't know if it was started off that colour, but I had all my badges on it. And they'd be like, oh my god, look at your badges. I'm like,
We used to have a bloke come in 2 or 3 times a week who had Speedos on the back of his shorts, and he was old, and this is no word of a lie, the S rubbed off.
Ooh.
Yes. We didn't tell him.
I once went swimming and found a pair of goggles in the changing room, and I thought they were awesome, so kept them. 2 months later, we went swimming with one of my stepdad's mates who was big into swimming, and I got my goggles out, and he was like, "Where'd you get them from?" I was like, "I found them." He was like, "Mate, they're £150 pair of fucking goggles. They were like, you know, the really small ones with the little holes in for like fucking tunnel vision."
Yeah.
Well, I went, "Mate, they're like over £100." And I'm like,
Every lifeguard in the country in their locker has got the best goggle collection, nose clip collection, Lynx Africa, all that different stuff.
"Why'd you have nose clips?"
So the water don't.
I know that, but
It's weird. Yeah.
only for the
not me.
backstroke, I presume.
No, I don't know. Having never wore one, I don't know. But
What's the worst thing you've ever seen? You ever see someone full on crack their head? Mate, you know when someone cracks their head on fucking swimming pool tiles? Tell you both now. I've seen some shit in my time. Nothing is scarier than watching someone crack their head in a swimming pool tile.
seen someone
Because
do
it's
it at
wet
work.
and all the water's in the grout. So when they crack their head, it just goes.
Yeah. I've had loads of stuff like that. I've had a woman sat on the side, and with me being an older gentleman, and you know, I'm not a misogynist or anything, she was sat on the side. I said, "Are you okay?" She's like, "Yeah." Sat there. A couple of minutes later, "Are you not going back in?" And she went, "I can't." And then I twigged. So I got on the radio, got one of my fellow female, you know, ladies to come along with a towel and so.
Code red!
Yes.
You missed it! How did you tell that story about code red? Code red! Code red!
Thank you very much.
Amazing.
We used to have codes when fit women come in, do you know what I mean? But I
Yeah.
never thought of that. No, I did miss a trick then.
Mate, you
But
did.
when she stood up, you know that scene in Jaws where they cut that thing open?
Yeah.
And it was like, and I literally had a bucket of water ready. I did a shift once, I used to be a duty officer, I did a shift once where a bloke come in and he got blood all coming out through his mouth and he's like, lost my tooth, I was playing. He went up for a header, headbutted somebody in the back of their head, and he'd lost his tooth, and it was piss pouring. So, you know, the usual thing, pack it, blah, 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 I think you need to go to hospital. He walked out, and this other guy walked in going like this, says, got something in my head. Literally pulled his hair open, he got his mate's tooth stuck in his head. So I said to him, don't touch it, we'll pack round it. And he went, but it hurts. And the second he did that, he went, literally up onto the seat.
I acted like a coagulant.
Yeah.
Mate, worst thing I've ever seen like that. I seen someone punch a guy. Guy lost his tooth, very similar, and it was he was like, I can't straighten my middle finger, and the tooth was in the joint of his finger. That was cool.
Oh, I've seen, and yeah, I've been unfortunate heart attacks.
Is that when you were a
and
doorman?
stuff.
Is that when you were a doorman?
Yeah.
We had. I used to work
See
at
that
a
scar?
place.
Yeah.
I used to work at a place where a bit further down they had a bowling green indoor, and all the old blokes and old women.
Didn't they go in the pool?
Yeah, but it was like underwater bowls.
Oh right.
Yeah, it was. They were so protective of their bowls green. One of their blokes had a suspected heart attack, so we got called, and we went bombing down the stairs. You know, got all
Defib.
defib ready and all that stuff. Walked across the bowling green, and all you heard was shoes. Literally,
God's having a heart attack!
yeah,
He's just like, I think it can wait, Barry!
this bloke is literally like,
Oh, roll over! You got black soles on!
do you know what I mean? And they were shouting, shoes, shoes! Absolutely. Oh,
That's
what?
atrocious, that, isn't it?
Luckily, I was with the manager at the time who'd come with me. She was just like, shut up.
I would have been walked on it.
But with bowls, they can bowl around them, can't they?
Yeah,
I mean,
they
it
curve.
swerves around
They curve,
them.
yeah.
So yeah, I've seen some broken legs, broken arms, dislocations.
I've had
worse.
I've had 2 dislocations and they're not nice.
No.
Knee and a shoulder. Ooh. One was because I got really drunk and tried to punch someone and missed by about 4 foot. But the sheer force, I really hated it. And I put
dislocated
everything
your
I had,
shoulder.
and I was like, yeah. I was like, he's not there. And my shoulder, gunk. Yeah, brilliant. I think the fall put it
Is that when
back
you were a
in.
doorman?
No, that was no.
No, just when you're an idiot.
That was Tuesday. But yeah, at least you can tell that story now with a better bulked up middle for you.
Yeah,
Code red.
yeah, code red.
Yeah, we have a carry situation.
Yeah, no, we have all the thing. There was an old guy who came in once, a West Indian guy, and he came over and he was having a walk round, and I'd not seen him before. So anybody I haven't seen before, always just go off the chair, stand a bit closer or whatever. So I said, "So that's the deep end, is that okay?"
So were you like a private investigator of a swimming pool?
Can you imagine this sitting on a chair? Yeah, I mean, I'm coming.
Poor guy's put his towel down. You've gone up to him and read the name tag. Oh, Mr. Ahmed.
You're going down.
And this guy, literally, I said, "You okay?" And he was like, "Yeah, I'm come over from Jamaica." It was.
Did he not say, what the fuck's it got to do with you, lifeguard?
Because I had lifeguard written on my thing, which makes everybody realise that I'm in charge.
Oh, wow! I'm surprised you didn't fall in the fucking pool on that power trip.
No, I'll tell you what, we weren't. It's not one of those 40-year-old lifeguard. Do you know what I mean? It's not the best sort of job in the world.
It's not a bad job.
Well, it was being paid, but I wrote most of my good songs while I was concentrating on saving people's lives, ensuring the safety of all pool users. But anyway, this Jamaican bloke said to me, "I've literally only just come over to see my daughter." He said, "I swim in the sea every day." So he got in, he did 2 strokes, never saw him again. I was like, give him the opportunity to get back up and save his pride. And
Oh, what? He sank?
just went. So I held on to the reach rescue is the normal thing. So I held on to the thing, just couldn't reach him. You get to that point where you go, oh fuck, okay, you let go and you go in. So I've picked him up, coconut oil on, like you said, an eel.
Coconut oil?
Yeah.
Oh, he's got coconut oil.
Yeah. So got him to the side, got him out, and he was devastated. Oh, I thought I was only swimming 2 days ago. I thought I could swim.
Where was he from?
Jamaica.
Fucking fantastic.
Yeah, old boy.
His English was impeccable.
Yeah, to be honest,
on this
they speak
podcast,
English.
we do. Yeah, I know they do. Found that out today. We worked with a guy whose mum and dad are from Jamaica, and I was like, "Can you speak Jamaican?"
Both my mum and dad are Jamaican.
Jamaican some shit up. But he was like, "Yeah, they speak English. They just have an accent." I was like, oh, "I can speak Jamaican."
That's another
every
language to tick off on
every
the
cloud, mate. Silver lining.
Well, the Irish are just the Welsh who can swim. If you think about it.
The Irish are just Scousers that got caught.
This is quite offensive.
Oh, too.
Oh, you've gone all soft and
mate.
PC on us.
Yeah.
all
He
of a
reckons,
sudden.
he reckons we're on the BBC. He's like, no, the Jews are all right, Lou. Stop it. No.
Remember, we used to be really offensive.
So there's not much of a There's not much of a progression, one would presume, in lifeguarding.
Not really, but because I was slightly older, I ended up doing
The 18
duty
year olds,
managing at another centre.
like the
and
girls
then-
that come from sixth form.
You casting a spurt, yeah. No, I was the grumpy old bastard. So
Oh,
that
were
fit
you?
right with me because people would just leave me to it.
Did you not get some like lifeguards that were absolute stunners that were all like, "Hi, Jamie."
Let me think.
It wasn't fucking
Let me
Baywatch.
think. No.
Mate, I bet you got some. Do you ever like get Catholic schools come down? Or?
Yeah, we used to have a thing called Whisper, Women in Sport. And it was the worst day ever because they were all like 15, 16, which means obviously you're not going to look anywhere, you're going to be professional. And on that one day, we used to have a big pool, but we used to have a boom that come up in the middle, so you could have a shallow and a deep end. And it was my turn to go off, and there was this group of girls, and this one girl was obviously with her friends, and she was like on the side, you know, kind of like this and whatever. And all the mates were going to and fro, come on, girl, come in. And I were up in the changing rooms, you know, just having the walk through as you're supposed to. And this girl went in. I was kind of like, she ain't come back up. So I started walking down the pool, and I've seen that she were under. You could see her under the water, so I've ran, put one foot on the boom, done this kind of Carl Lewis-esque long jump because you're not allowed to dive in.
You got sexiest foot.
Yeah. I've seen the CCTV. It's like
Really?
some people live in darkness. Yeah. And at the same time, I picked this girl up from the bottom, and I'm thinking she's fucking heavy. She don't look very big. And I've got up. And next to her is my fellow lifeguard, and we just what are you doing here? What are you doing here? Well, I'm saving her. I'm saving her. And we looked at CCTV while I'm jumping on this thing. My mate's we used to have the torpedoes that you have round you.
Yeah.
And he's gone to throw it like that, not realising he's standing on it. And it's got to the end of its rope and come flying back at him. He's kind of gone bang, pop like him, while I'm still in midair. Down. And then he's gone in and blah, blah, blah. We've got her out. She was like, I was absolutely fine. No, you were on the bottom, which we do in this country. We swim on the top of water because that's the safe bit. You know what I mean?
Oh, I want to do that now. I want to go to a pool and sit
Just
at the bottom.
stand on the bottom.
Sit at the bottom until someone comes in and grabs me, and then when I come out of the water, just go, "Stranger danger!" Yeah.
I always thought the quickest way to get somebody out of the water was to poke them in the eye, but that's how you stop sharks.
I always thought the
got that
quickest way
wrong.
to get a girl out of the water was ask her what you were doing later.
I always found that going, what do later?
Yeah. That's our code, right?
No, to be honest, I met loads of nice people, loads of arseholes, and it's exactly the same as any job that you work in, really. But it was easy money. It worked around my kids and my wife at the time, and you know, I learnt loads of first aid, and I've used it not just at work as well. So
You ever saved anyone?
yeah.
No, like
Out of home,
out of home.
out of work.
You just save people in your own house.
Yeah, you can just walk out like.
Oh, I've got to do my refresher course. Come here, love.
I've done a few. My son, we come home from a party once, and you know, I wasn't drinking. The wife had a drink, and he'd had all this party food, and you know, they get the party bags. And I think I was making a cup of tea or something, and then I just heard, Jamie! So I come running in, and my lad is blue. Absolutely, he wasn't a smurf or anything like that. He was fucking, and he'd got something stuck. So I turned him over, and I was dead chill, just nice and calm. 1, check, 2, and I got to 5, and 5's the panic.
I love the way you're like, I
You know
was
what
dead chill, like, if
Yeah.
this don't work out, at least it'll
Yeah.
be cheaper.
You know, I've got one upstairs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I've got a spare, it's fine.
Yeah.
I can make another.
I can have my music room back.
Oh.
And then I got to 5, and I'm just starting to panic at this point, and I've got 5, and this jelly baby of summer has gone shooting out, followed by everything I'd had to eat in the last 2 days. Like you see in like the films. I was like, where do I fucking point it? Do you know what I mean?
Point it like a
And it
gun.
was chocolate,
Oh,
and it was
bless
all
him.
that stuff. And to hear him finally like and breathing all that stuff. My ex-wife was a nurse, but she never really deals with first aid.
No.
So those sort of things were always, cuts, grazes, my stuff. She does the serious shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Proper saving.
My
people's
mum's a
lives.
nurse, and as we've covered on this podcast, all she does is want to look at whatever's wrong with you and then tell you to go to the doctor.
Yeah. How's your brother's arsehole?
Healed, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Good.
Okay.
That's good to
I don't know
know.
how
We'll
the
get
went
one
that
up
went
with
out
me.
the other night, it might
It
be
won't
wrecked
be.
again.
Should we call it pod?
I think it's been a good one.
Yeah, it's been quite a lengthy one.
She's been a lengthy bitch.
I ain't had that for a while.
Yeah. I bet bitches love you, don't they? I was trying to put that in the notes. I was really trying to be like, what's the PC term? The PC term, bitches love you?
No, mental women love me.
Oh,
And yeah. No, I'm not lucky in that way.
I can't talk to beautiful women. Although I was talking to my missus before you come over.
Who is beautiful?
I missed the joke.
Oh, he's ruined another one.
You ruined another one.
know, I'm
I can't talk to
literally
beautiful
like-
women. I was talking to my missus earlier. What's the joke? That kills on stage. That was the joke.
She looks like a very nice man, alright? At least you've got one.
Yeah.
I live with my parents, fuck's sake. God and God's
God,
missus.
and Mary. Yeah. Don't you just have parent, immaculate conception?
Oh, they've
You got
shagged.
Joseph the stepdad.
They've shagged.
They're shagged.
Yeah. Without a shadow.
Mate, I'm not a religious person. I think it's utter bollocks and it's evil. But what I take great humour in is if God created everything, God made squirters.
I thank
And
God
that is,
for that.
yeah, and to be honest, that's the only time I've gone, if he is real, what a lad.
And if you've got the ability to do that sort of thing,
Why that finger?
doesn't have to. That's my longest one.
Your longest.
Why not? Yeah, there is that.
It's like a bowling ball.
That's how you do it, bowling ball. Pick a bitch up.
You've used the word bitch a
Yes,
few times
misogynist.
tonight. Yes.
Yes.
They're trying to ban the word bitch.
The women
why?
that have been in
On
my
everything.
life, yeah.
Why?
If I called a woman a bitch, my mum would kill me.
Yeah,
my grandma
they
would kill
really
me.
are.
Both of them, and none of them are with me anymore. I can't do that. I've been married
It's
to a
on-
strong woman. My mum's a strong woman. That's why I had that tattoo to represent
Okay.
strong women.
Two things.
Do you know what I mean?
If I called my missus a bitch, she's got a sense of humour, she'd be fine. If I called her a bitch and meant it, she'd just call me a cunt.
Which is fine.
Which is fine.
Which is fine.
I don't think
why
bitches
would I
allowed-
do it?
bitches isn't allowed
I'm
on
not
YouTube,
going
but-
down the street and saying it. I'm not walking past a couple of joggers going, "What's up, bitches?" And they're like, "Eh." I wouldn't say it to a stranger. I think you're allowed to say these words as long as you don't say them to strangers.
I don't think it's the worst thing you could say to a woman. If a woman had a sense of humour, like your missus, clearly, she would be able. You'd be able to say the word bitch.
Yeah,
So,
like
whatever.
retard's not a bad word unless I don't know the PC term because I don't think they've made one for
You
it.
messaged me the other day saying that you use that term far too much.
No, I said I will never stop using it.
This could be a gay version of the Undateables. Think about it.
It could be.
I don't know. I think I've tried not to call women names in the past, and it's never worked out well for me. So I am. All women are amazing. And do you want to carry on? Because I'm.
No,
stopping
no,
now.
no.
Right, I'm going for the outro.
I don't. Did I remember that? Remember that hashtag? Believe all women. Don't believe all women because it's been my experience.
here we go.
99%.
Don't
of
forget,
liars.
black leggings matter. All right.
Yeah. No, treat everybody with respect and be nice to everybody. That's all I've ever said.
Even bitches and cunts.
Don't be retarded. Don't be a.
Unless you're
no,
Rain Man.
I wouldn't say. I
Because
wouldn't
that worked out well for him.
Huh?
Unless you're Rain Man.
Rain
That
Man was
worked out.
sick. Yeah.
Charlie Babbitt, candy counts.
What's that?
What? Rain Man?
I don't know what you just said though.
I was doing him.
Oh, I don't know. I just
Justin
watched.
Hoffman. Justin.
Oh, I didn't watch
Justin
the
Hoffman.
film. I watched the
Justin
documentary.
Hoffman.
I watched the
Captain Hook.
documentary on him.
Captain Hook.
Really?
The documentary is fascinating. Literally, he'll sit there and get a big fuck off book and he'll go like this.
Ready?
His mate's like, do you want another one? Yeah. Honestly, he's fantastic. And then he was like, what was it about? And then he'd be like, flowers. And then he'd be like, right, what's his flower? It's a geranium. And he'd be like, that's amazing, I can remember that.
It says it on page 72.
I'm
Honestly,
about
he's
a Tom Cruise.
He
film.
has the guy, he's got a photographic memory.
Oh,
He's
now.
retardedly good.
And you have to have retardedly good. And you
Yeah.
have to have the letters on the keys.
Mate, honestly, you could be like, what day was I born? March 23rd, 1991. I'd be like, it's Tuesday.
Yeah, no, I know a lot of people. I work with children like that, and it's amazing.
What, you work with savants?
No, well, yeah.
Oh no, you work with
Some autistically challenged children,
the useless ones.
shall we say?
He's one of the
Lee's
older
class.
ones.
Yeah.
The ones that are in Lee's
Yeah,
class.
they do age. We don't see them very often. No, we can talk about autism.
That's absolutely fine. It's
It's not mild in this one.
no.
The force is strong.
I have.
The force is strong with this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on the spectrum, bro.
It's,
That's why I think I can say it. If black people can say the N word, I should be able to say retard.
Well, I look after. I've had training through work stuff, but I also look after my nephew who's on the spectrum. So no, man, you go with it. I like taking him out.
I lean into it.
Yeah.
It's got a blue badge in
I
it.
can get away with shit.
I'm not
man.
like that.
'Cause I'll just go.
You deserve one.
Call her a bitch. You're a bitch.
Yo, Linda, you're a bitch.
I love the way you.
Yo, Linda, you're a bitch.
Cleveland
I
Junior
just.
again.
Yo, Linda, you're a bitch.
Do that.
Yeah.
Yo, Linda, you're a bitch.
No, I had, before we start, I had at one of my schools, we were walking to the swimming pool again, and one of the kids said to this girl, we all know that you wank. And I went, yo, no, that's inappropriate. He's like, sir, we all know the girls do it more than the lads do. I said, yeah, but you can't say that because, so and so. And he went, and I said, look, just at your age. And he went, sir, I'm autistic. I don't know what fucking age I am. And I went, carry on.
We had a. No, I'm not going to talk about that because I'm fairly certain that was a hate crime. Doesn't matter. I do that on stage and it makes people cringe. I'd be like, so there was this one time, and then I go, no, that was a hate crime. And I was like, whoa!
You were at the same school as my sister, so you could have been on the spectrum again.
Is his sister? I imagine his sister's gorgeous.
Of course she is.
She's Jamie.
Oh, mate.
The bigger tash.
Is she a minnow? Because you went like, did you join me?
She's like the same height as him and everything.
Is she like legit fit?
She married my friend.
Is your friend fit?
What?
Is your friend attractive?
Nathan's a good looking chap.
Yeah, then
He's a bus driver.
I look at you and think, there's a female version of you that I want to meet.
Really?
No, because
Good luck with that. Good luck with that, because
Alright.
she will.
Just snap a dick off.
That's my sister, dude.
Oh, sorry.
Probably, yeah.
Right, sorry. Someone else's dick.
Hey, let's just say, I'm from a family of very, very strong women. I don't just-
I was going to say, let's just say, I can snap a dick off.
And the way my love life's been recently, I probably will.
Oh, right, this is the outro.
Are you doing it?
Yeah, I'm going in. I'm going in.
Can you promote everything, though? Because I forgot to do it last time.
Can't you do it?
No, tell them they're on Spotify. Just tell them they're on Spotify.
You've been listening to the Antisocial Comedians Club with me, Leigh Astle. Lewis Taylor, obviously. You fucking hell.
And I'm Hugh Edwards.
You can find us on everything, usual bollocks.
Finding it in hedges.
Like, subscribe, share.
We're also on Spotify,
Thank you.
Apple Podcasts, Apple everywhere. You can find
Google,
podcasts.
YouTube. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're on everything now.
Yeah.
Acid.
Spectrum.
LSD. Mushrooms.
Yeah. So you can find us at your local swimming baths.
Yeah, with a blue badge.
Remember, not everybody that has a diabetic seizure is telling the truth.
Chuck in your washing.
Chucking you watch it.